This is part 5 of 6 of your blueprint to exercise success. Strength training basics. So when you strength train, right, it's important to strength train because you're building muscle, you're strengthening your bones, and you're boosting your metabolism, okay? So we're going to be doing, my thing is on this, I have strength training for you guys. So that's why I think it's really important. I'm not sure if everybody's going to want to do the strength training. Some people might just want to do cardio and maybe do a little bit here and there, but I'm recommending it for everyone to do some strength training because, as you can see, I'm trying to explain why. Start with body weight exercises or light weights, right? You don't want to, you don't want to go too heavy because if you do, you're going to hurt yourself. Like I was saying, this video is about not hurting yourself, right? So. Example moves, squats, push-ups, lunges, and planks. Focus on proper form to avoid injuries. But if you're going to work out, you should be strength training for sure. I mean, as you can see the benefits. Okay, so why core strength matters? It protects your spine. A strong core you have less back pain, right? Improves your balance. So if you're wobbling, it's a core issue. It boosts athletic performance. Every sport needs core strength, okay? So just quickly to let you know, probably since I was in my 30s, when I overdo stuff, and when I'm eating, I'm not eating the way I eat now. Like I'm not eating my, right now I intermittent fast. I'm doing intermittent fasting, right? I'm not telling you guys to do that yet because you're gonna have a lot of detoxing going on. I have a video coming out on that one coming up soon. But I want you guys to start with this 5-day, eat 5 times a day plan. But the thing is this, when your belly sticks out, what happens is you're like if you're sleeping, right? When I'm sleeping on my belly, if I start sleeping on my stomach or if I'm on my side or whatever, sometimes if my belly is sticking out too far, if I haven't been working out and I'm letting myself go too much, if I'm 20 pounds, 3 pounds heavy, my back starts hurting, my lower back, and I'll actually throw my back out. I've done it before, and it's miserable. So I have to stay in shape. I have to try to keep my core strong and keep my belly small. Because otherwise, I'm going to be in pain, and I'm not going to deal with back issues. I don't want to deal with that. That's a tough one, right? So if you guys are dealing with back issues, my heart goes out to you, right? So anyway, so yeah, so this is what it does. Basically, it's better for your core. It prevents injuries if you can keep your core strong. That's for sure. It's a little bit better way of preventing the injuries. So. And by the way, that sound in the side, I don't know if you guys heard me before, but that's my dog running on his bone. Yeah. Okay. So key core exercises. Planks, right? Remember I said hold steady and don't sag, okay? Because you're going to hurt your back. Dead bug. What is that one, right? Opposite arm, leg movements to engage core. Okay. I did also hear that it's weird how your body works. Sometimes the opposite side you want to work on. Like I hurt my shoulder, and they told me to work on the opposite side. Or no, I hurt my knee. Then they told me to work on the opposite side, and they said somehow it's connected. I don't know. It's very complicated. So, bird dog. Balance on hands and knees while moving opposite limbs. Okay. So, and then these right here, I'm not performing these today because I'm just trying to get through this series for you guys, and I don't want to make it too long, like I was talking about the last video. But I will talk about them, and I might. In the last video, I did a couple examples. So, hanging leg raises. Okay. Well, I guess that's an advanced core killer. All right. So just some ideas there. All right. So this is some tips for you when you're working out the core. Try to train through 2 to 3 times per week, not daily on it. You got to give yourself some time to rest and recover. Focus on stabilization exercises, not just sit-ups. And add core work into full body workouts. Like what I do is when I'm doing my push-ups at the end of the my workout, I do, like I said, I do a lot of push-ups, you guys. I don't know why. You know why? Because one day I realized that as I was getting older, my chest was already pretty strong and I already built it up. So I figured, well, I don't need to build it up anymore. And then I was hurting myself, like my shoulder here and there. So I said, you know what? Let me just try to do, I had a hurt shoulder. So I just said, I'm just going to start doing push-ups. And then I was like, you know, I'm going to do incline push-ups. I'm going to do decline push-ups. And I was like, wait a minute, I'm going to do a lot of push-ups. So now I can do I do like 260 push-ups, right? And I try to just do them like it kind of helps me with cardio a little bit because it's keeping my heart pumping. So I'm not waiting longer than 30 seconds in between every time sets, you know? And then, but it also helps my core because I'm holding my stomach tight when I'm doing the push-ups like a plank. So you can do that. That's a way you can kind of, you can help support your core. Lift, grow, repeat. Building muscle for strength and fat loss. The muscle building blueprint. Oh boy, drum roll please. All right, so why strength training matters? Well, I mean, you're building muscle, right? And the more muscle you have, the higher metabolism. So the muscle torches calories 24/7 when you're, and so basically it's burning fat when you have the muscles, right? Stronger bones, right? So it will reduce the risk of osteoporosis. All right, so just a couple key exercises that you guys might want to consider for strength, right? Squats are a big one, right? People love their squats, you know. It's an important, you know, you want to start to get your foundation right. Where your legs, well, you're going to have strong legs, especially if you get bigger and stronger, you know, you're going to need something to hold that up, right? But also when you're running around all day, you're going to feel a lot better. Deadlifts, right? The deadlifts are cool because that's like a full body thing, you know, you're kind of working a lot of your different parts. Bench press, you know, everybody loves their bench press. Everybody just wants to do bench press, right? Because they think it's like a machismo thing or something, right? But the last time when I hurt my shoulder a few months ago, it's finally healed. I'm feeling good now, but it was because I was helping the kid at work teaching, you know, bench press. And then I said, oh, I'm just going to show off. I'm going to show off real quick. I only do push-ups. I don't do bench press. So I grabbed the weights and I just did them, and I was pretty good at them, right? But then the next day, my shoulder was messed up, and it was messed up, and I've been dealing with this for months. So I think it's finally good. It's finally, I'm barely feeling it now, right? So, but it's very tricky. That shoulder is very tricky. That's like the rotator cuff area, or whatever. It was called, actually, it was like a bicep tendon thing. But, anyways, I digress. So, rows. Yeah, rows are good. You got to have the rows. And that's actually, I digress, right? But I went right into the rows, which is actually this exercise, right? Is really good to heal the areas that I actually injured. Yeah, so you guys are, make sure you guys are ready, right? So your tips for progression, right? So you're gonna progress, right? But you don't want to hurt yourself, right? So I think when you're younger, you can try that stuff. When you're older, do not try that. I would recommend it. Just chill, you know, and just try to do a little bit of, you know, you can work out to get strong, but I don't know about maxing out anymore. So I would say if you can do 1 rep of it, then that's maxing out. And that means you're probably going too far with it, right? So anyway, so train each muscle group 2 to 3 times per week. I do that. Yep. So I try to give myself, like right now, I worked out my chest. I worked out my chest and my triceps and my chest and my triceps. That's kind of and my shoulders. And so I'm actually giving myself 2 days. This is my 3rd day. Or today I'm supposed to go in there and do it. So I'm supposed to be going here in a couple minutes. So I actually got up early, you guys. This is how dedicated I am to this thing, right? I got up early. I'm going to the gym at 5 o'clock. I'm up here before 5 o'clock recording this video because I want to get it out because we have this contest for this on cloud shoe challenge thing for Sunday. I want to make sure everybody has everything they need. And this is part of what they need to be successful. So let's see here. So stick to compound exercises first, right? Just stick to the basics. Try not to get too crazy with it, because if you do, like I said, you're not ready yet. You got to be stable. Okay, you got to be strong. Like I said, I worked a whole like 2 months. I was at the junior college, and I was like, okay, I'm not going to max out until the very end. I worked the whole time, did really well, right? I was going to LA Fitness, and I was going to the college taking this class for weightlifting. So I had two things going. I was doing a lot, and I said, I'm not going to max till the last day, right? And then I hurt myself, right? So don't try not to go too far with it. It's okay. You still look good. You're not going to look much different if you don't max out. You're just not going to hurt yourself. Because if you hurt yourself, you're done. You can't work out anymore. That's the whole point I'm trying to share with you guys. You cannot, you don't want to put yourself in that position. You're going to derail everything. And maybe you might not understand the stuff I know. Like, I will work out other parts of my body. My friend who's a trainer, he does that. He works out. He says, no, dude, I'm always hurting myself too. Like, I got to work out other parts. And then he's ripped up in shape like I am. So what does that tell you? That's what the people that are successful. They don't stop because they hurt themselves. You got to find something else to do. So now if you hurt your shoulder, now you got to ride the bike, or you got to go run, or whatever, right? Work on your legs. Work on maybe other things that you can. And it sucks because then now you're going to lose what you built up here, and then you got to bring that back later. So just try to be careful. Yoga's great because it prevents injuries. I noticed that. It's really good. Like, if you do that a couple times a week, you're really getting a good stretch going, and it'll prevent a lot of problems. So, all right. So strength doesn't come from what you can do. It comes from overcoming the things you thought you couldn't. So stop thinking. Just do. Okay. I'm telling you, I don't have a choice. I am the laziest person in my brain I ever met. I know that's not true, but I am in my brain, right? Because every day, every time, my brain tries to talk me out of every single thing I do. Unless I'm getting a cup of coffee, or doing something that, like going to the sauna. I know a lot of people think the sauna is pain. I love it. It's just, I love it. But certain things, make me happy. Certain things, there's no question, I'm going to do it, But when it comes to like going to work out, even though I love it, it's kind of it's hard to get there sometimes, right? But I still get there all the time, like every day. I'm like, I don't miss, like I really miss. And the reason being is because even if my mind tells me that stuff, even if I'm lagging another minute or two, I'm still going to do it. It's a habit now. I made it a habit. So my brain can say whatever it wants. It's okay. Go ahead. You can just, nope, I'm not listening to you. All right. So optimizing muscle growth, training and nutritional insights. Effective muscle growth combines smart training strategies with proper nutrition and recovery. Okay, so a couple of training principles for growth. So we talked about progressive overload, right? So as a PE coach, I do, besides a history teacher, right, I do also coach PE. And I do weightlifting, right? I train the kids. And so I noticed that a lot of them, especially if you don't talk to them, oh yeah, they're going to always try to do too much. They're going to be dropping you have to watch those kids, right? Do you think you guys are much different? No, you're not. You're going to do the same thing. When you get to that gym, I can do this. I'm tough. No, you're not. You're not tough. You're not ready. You gotta be careful. Okay. You're going to be tough. Well, you're going to be tough, and you're going to be right there at the doctor. Okay. Let's not be tough. Okay. Let's not be tough. You can be tough later, maybe once you get going and you learn how to do this stuff. Okay. So yeah, just gradually increase everything, right? Slowly. Okay. And you don't have to, like me, when I hurt my shoulder, like I had to go back to zero. Like I had to start. I couldn't do any weights on my shoulders. I couldn't do any weights on my arms. I had to go. And when I started to come back, I had to do bands and stuff. And this was a couple months ago, right? And then now I'm actually able to work out. I'm pretty much almost there. I think there's a couple exercises that I got to be real careful with, but otherwise, I'm I'm getting better. It's actually my shoulder. It's more my bicep and my shoulder, my bicep tendon. So just be careful. You don't want to hurt that. It's not cool. And then, like I said, I work out a lot, and now I couldn't work out, and I had to go to so I was going to the sauna more, and then I wasn't able to play basketball a little bit because whenever I go back, it would hurt. I'd be like, dang. So now I'm not having pain. I can shoot the basketball. I can move. I can dribble. I'm good. But now working out, I'm trying to get my strength back, and it's coming back. So you don't have to go through that again and again and again. Just do it right. Stop hurting yourself. Progress slowly. Optimal training volume, right? So, yeah, balance intensity and recovery. So make sure you have enough recovery, but you also want to be intense. I don't want you to go in there and just not push yourself at all, right? Because you have to. Because the reason why it's important is like, that's how like for me, I do like supersets, or I'll do drop sets, right? Or tempo variations, like it says here, advanced techniques, right? And the reason being is because you're pushing yourself to fatigue when you do like these things called drop sets or supersets. So supersets is like when I'll grab the biceps and I'll do my biceps, right? And then I'll just flip it over and I'll just do the upright rows, whoops, like this, right? So, and I'll just do them back to back. Or I'll do my shoulders so I don't have to put the weight down. I'll do the front ones and then I'll do the side ones, boom. But I'm doing supersets. I'm just keep going. I'm doing my supersets on them. But then when I'm doing the drop sets, right, that's when I'm pushing to fatigue, right? Basically when I'm doing my push-ups. Like the other day, I didn't feel real great going into the gym, and I couldn't do all my push-ups. I got to 40 on my regular push-ups. I couldn't do the 60, so I stopped, and then I got back. I did 10 more, then I got back and did 10 more until I basically fell the last one. I couldn't really hold myself up anymore because I was doing like a drop set, right? So in tempo variations, you can just mix it up a little bit, the tempo as you. All right, so common pitfalls to avoid: overtraining, right? Make sure you guys, like I said, make sure you guys have enough recovery time. You heal when you sleep too. It's good to sleep if you can. It's hard. I don't sleep as well as I used to, but when I do, it really helps me a lot. Neglecting meal timing, right? So just try to spread protein intake across meals, okay? But then also make sure that you're not overcomplicating diets, right? Focus on sustainable, simple eating habits. And all you gotta do is go to that, your blueprint for weight loss success. Follow that, and you'll be fine. All right, healthy alternatives to steroids for muscle building. Well, I've never taken a steroid. I don't take pills. I don't take injections, any of that stuff. Like I said, I don't consider myself 52 years old, even though I am 52 years old, because I feel like I'm 32 years old, okay? And I want you guys, when you guys are in your 20s watching this, I want you guys to feel like that when you're in your 30s, okay? And you can do that if you follow what I'm saying. And you can share this and you can teach other people that they can do this too. It's very simple. It's just a matter of learning that you have to do this. If you want to live this life and you want to try to live a longer existence, who knows how long we're going to live, right? But I'm going to put it out there for you guys to try to do the best you can. I can't help you. You have to do it yourself. I can give you the information though. And then I can really, I can change your life with this information, but you've got to change your life by putting in the work. So steroids, I don't know. That's your thing. I hope you guys, I'm not going to advise anybody on anything like that, but I'm just saying I'm not doing it because some steroids can cause serious health issues, and I already have enough issues over the years with my organs trying to heal them, right? So that's why the way I eat now, it cleans and heals my organs especially from all the damage I've done over the years, right? When I did not understand, when I was eating the Western diet, right? When I was relying on Western medicine, when I wasn't trying to do it myself. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like I can try to fix myself before I go to them, right? And then if I can't, then I got to go run to them, with my tail between my legs. Help me, please, right? So, natural alternatives provide safe and effective muscle building benefits. Okay, so Yeah, I take maca root. I put that in my coffee in the morning, and when I started taking maca, it's pretty good stuff. I noticed that when I'm doing my push-ups, it kind of kicked me in a little bit. So it's supposed to be pretty good stuff. And I take my superfood, but that's just like microgreens for your gut and all that, and for your health. And I do take my vitamins, but that's to prevent injuries also, and to keep my health good. My supplements, I have a video on that where you can see all the supplements and the vitamins I take and why I take them. I explain each one. I think that's a great one to watch. Um, and then so, but I don't believe in that now. I know that there's some things about HGH and some things like human growth hormone, like as I'm aging, maybe in the future, I don't know, maybe there's something that's going to be healthy, but I'm the organic guy. So I don't play that. I don't go with anything that's not like from the earth. I try to avoid it, try to avoid, I mean, everything's from the earth, but I'm saying like as far as not full of chemicals. Okay. I'm just trying to go all natural on everything. So, and just let Mother Nature do what it does, right? So focus on long-term health and sustainable results. Yep, that's what we're doing. Long-term, trying to get you guys to understand how you can give yourself a lot. You can have a decent, healthy, long life. A natural occurring compound found in muscle cells. Okay, so this is something that you could use to enhance your production during high intensity exercise. I've taken this when I was younger. I don't take it now. I might start taking it though. I've been considering it, but I don't really need muscle mass. I'm pretty big. Look, so you guys look. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't take long to build the muscles, and naturally now, if you're real skinny, see, I have the middle metabolism, right? I'm like the guy I can either I can gain weight, right? Or I can, if I know how to do it, if I know how to work out and I know how to eat right, then I can also get ripped up pretty good and have muscles, right? But there are people also that have fast metabolisms, right? And it's harder for them to build muscle. It's easier for me. So that's kind of hard. I get it. But so then maybe they want to take the creatine, right? But then there's also people that, like I said, that are bigger than me, right? That are overweight and they want to lose the fat. Well, they're going to be able to build muscle because when they're losing the fat and they're working out, they're going to be able to that's going to turn into muscle, right? They're going to get rid of the fat and it's going to turn into muscle. So they can get pretty big, right? Naturally. But if you do need to enhance anything, or if you want to enhance your energy and all that, and recovery, then you can check into the creatine. They say 3 to 5 grams per day. Okay, I would say, I don't know. That's what they say here, but I'm just saying. What I would recommend is to look at whatever container you have and just follow that. And then food sources. Well, I guess when you're looking for creatine is in red meat and fish. I remember I did take these when I was younger. These are the BCAAs, the branch chain amino acids, right? And so basically, they're just essential. They have, I'm not even going to say with these words here, right? I'm not a scientist, right? But leucine, isoleucine, and valine, right? That's the amino acids they have in there. Crucial for, I got to talk to my science teacher at work about that, but yeah, anyway, crucial for muscle protein synthesis, reduces muscle soreness, enhances workout endurance, promotes muscle growth. And basically, like I said, I don't want to tell you how to do it, but it says before or after workout, you can take it. Food sources, eggs, chicken, and nuts, okay? And by the way, I do not eat before I work out. I have coffee and that's it. I've tried to go, since I've been doing this for so many years, I haven't eaten, when I go work out, I don't eat before. Then when I tried to do it, and I went to work out after work, after I've had snacks and lunch and all that, I was just like, oh, I can't work out. I just felt, it was hard. It was so hard to work out, having something in my stomach, right? But when I wake up in the morning and I go, I feel great. And so I'm I'm not the guy that I don't eat before I work out. And I would say, I don't know how, I'm not going to recommend anything to you guys because you guys can do it yourself. You have the food, like I said, you have both of these plans, you can follow them, and then you can find out what you want to do. But, yeah, it's your choice. All right, beta alanine. What is beta alanine? A non-essential amino acid that increases muscle endurance. It delays muscle fatigue, improves workout performance, enhances muscle strength over time. Like I said, follow the instructions, and it comes in poultry, fish, and meat. It seems like these things come in this similar, food sources, right? All right. How about natural testosterone boosters, right? Zinc and magnesium support testosterone production. So as you guys, like I mentioned, I have a video about supplements about why I take the ones I take and stuff. Well, I didn't know about this part. Zinc and magnesium support testosterone production, right? I take zinc and magnesium for other reasons, but so these things, they have multiple purposes for our health. Vitamin D is the number one over all vitamins, right? It enhances muscle and bone strength, but it also allows the other things to work together. Because without vitamin D, it opens up pathways, right? So stuff can get through. And sometimes if you don't have vitamin D, your body's just not going to work the same. Vitamin D is super important. Fenugreek, a herb known for boosting testosterone levels. I'm not sure about that one, but these are all natural stuff though. Benefits: supports natural hormone levels, increases muscle growth and energy, improves overall health, and then basically it says include in daily diet as a supplement, include in daily diet or as supplements. Of course, check the dosages. Comes in oysters, spinach, nuts, and fortified cereals. All right, balanced nutrition. Well, I have a whole 6-part series on this, right? But let's talk about it, about balanced nutrition. But this is about for muscles. This is for muscles, this one. All right, a well-rounded diet is crucial for muscle growth. Try to include lean proteins, chicken, turkey, tofu, complex carbs, sweet potatoes, and quinoa, healthy fats, avocados, olive oil. Yeah, good stuff. Drink plenty of water, so that to optimize performance and recovery. And then if you guys go to the gym, like I did the other day, I never do this. I have coffee before I go in, but I don't have coffee when I'm working out. But the other day I was just so tired. I was like, I just don't know what to do. So then I bought the coffee, and I was dehydrated trying to drink this coffee, trying to work out. It didn't work out for me. So I'm not going to do that again. But so then I started drinking water, and I felt much better. So I would say drink water when you're working out. If you have coffee, do it before or after. And ensure intake of vitamins and minerals because you're going to be depleting them as you work out, like vitamin C and iron. But like I said, check out my supplement video. It's awesome. It's basic. I'm just trying to show you guys basically how I think and how I got to that point and why I take about 12 different supplements. And they're all natural stuff, vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, stuff like that. Not like, toxic stuff. Healthy stuff that's we're supposed to be getting from our food, but it's not in our food as much anymore because the way we produce our food, it just doesn't have the same quality or nutrition. All right, so lifestyle factors, right? Consistency is the key, you guys. Stick to a structured workout plan, okay? And you're going to see that coming up next. I have some workout plans, and also you're going to see them in the description channel of this channel of all the workout plans. And I think I'm attaching them to these videos too. So yeah, you're going to have it here too. So you can download everything. Food plans, workout plans, it's all there. Just take it, go. But I want you to subscribe to my channel, you guys, because I'm doing all this for everybody so they can just take it and go with it. okay, and run with it. But I want you guys to subscribe and like and share, because this information is life changing. Out of love, I just want to help you guys. So just follow, okay? Do it for yourself. Look, I'm putting in a lot of work. Do it. Take advantage of my work. I'm doing this like hard. I'm putting this you guys, I'm like, right now it's like what? 5 in the morning. I'm late for the gym. I got to go. So I'm trying to finish this so I can get out of here. So let me finish this slideshow. But you guys do this, okay? Take advantage of all this effort I'm putting in. And it'll change your life. And then one day you're going to help others. Because you're going to want to. Because you're going to have to share. If you don't, you're going to feel miserable. Because you're going to be like, I have to share. It's just too valuable, this information. It's like everybody needs to know this. You know, I want to teach all my students this, but I can't because I have to teach, you know, my job. But oh man, if I can do this would be. I slip it in there. You know, we teach a little bit here and there so they can learn how to be great as far as get their health in order for their, you know, throughout their whole lives. But you know, we can only do so much. So try to get that sleep, 7 to 9 hours per night. It does help recovery. It helps you heal, and you know, your muscle growth. And then, you know, chronic stress can do a lot of damage to our bodies, and it can also hinder muscle building efforts. So try to not think so much, you know, and just try to just work out and just have your plan written down so you're not thinking too much about it. Okay. Mindful or practice mindfulness and meditation. So that's what I just said. You just got to quiet your mind. You can find resources that'll help you. So online all day long. Avoid overtraining. Balance exercise with rest days to prevent burnout. So I'm almost done, you guys. Caution and tips. Avoid the hype, okay? Research supplements thoroughly. Go watch my video. Look for products backed by science. Actually, and then you can also, like at Natural Grocers, they have the vitamin section. They're very helpful. They have professionals that work in there that, you know, understand, and then they can help you. So go to maybe you can find a natural store that, like a Clark's or a Natural Grocers, or a place that has a vitamin section has somebody that works in there that has a degree and understands it, and they can give you some good information. But you can also look it up. ChatGPT it or something, right? I don't know. Okay. Consult professionals. Speak with a doctor or a nutritionist before starting any new supplement. Okay, that's what I just said. Basically, you can go there, or you can talk. Make sure you consult with your doctor, because sometimes the medications will interfere with, you know, with a supplement. And then quality over quantity, right? Focus on proper form and gradual progress in workouts. We talked about that. All right. This is it. Conclusion, okay? Takeaway message, right? Building muscle naturally takes time, patience, and smart choices. Focus on sustainable practices that prioritize your health. Remember, the journey is as important as the results. Okay, so embrace it, guys. Embrace the change. You're doing the same thing. No, embrace the change. Let's do it. Do something different now. Let's go. Okay, we have one more video coming up, but I think there's one more slide here. Let me see. I think there's one more slide on I think we have a quote. Yes. Your body is your temple. Keep it pure and clean for the soul to reside in. All right. Hey, I'm going to finish the other video. I'll send it out, and you guys have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe, share. This is life-changing information.